Hey everybody, I am Shay Renee and welcome back to my channel. Let's get into this RHONY Real Housewives of New York show tonight. I don't know, but let's get into it, shall we? All right, y'all. So the episode starts off with Leah calling all the ladies, talking about how they're going to go to Salem, Massachusetts, I guess to some haunted hotel. She loves witches, all this different stuff. So they talk about it. Everybody agrees to go. Sounds like it's going to be a fun trip. Okay. Then the show continues on to go into Sonia and Ebony going to the matchmaker. I thought this part of the episode was really interesting because Ebony and Sonia seem to be forming like a great relationship despite what's going on between Ebony and Ramona currently, which I thought was very strange, but like I said, interesting at the same time. So they go and they meet her friend Devin, which is a matchmaker, and Ebony makes it very clear. Listen, we don't want no broke. I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke. You know what? Okay, so I'm just saying. So anyway, now they're talking about what she wants to date. They talked about her previous marriage, how he was a banker and all these different things. So now the Devin says that she thinks that she's found somebody for Sonia. So we learned some different things about Sonia where she really isn't interested in all of the like finer things in life. She really wants somebody that she can just be at home with and really just be herself, which I guess once you're getting older, it's like, Sonia and her persona that she had in the past where she always was talking about being on a yacht and all this different stuff. I think now she feels like she's getting older and it's just like, you know what, whatever. I'm just going to be me. And I think that Ebony provides a great um, tool of confidence for her because she's basically helping Sonya to see that, everybody does kind of drag Sonya down. They're always trying to make it seem like she's some hoe out here, some thought just out here just getting it. And she really isn't. If you look at it, Sonya is just like the cool chick of the crew. I love how, Ebony, we're going to talk about that. She can be a little overwhelming, but Sonya seems to be able to absorb her and they can actually have the conversation. And I like how they can talk about hard topics and then they can move on and go into different things. Okay. So I thought that was really, really interesting. So before they went to Philly, that's Ebony and Sonya. Bershawn and Ramona met for lunch. Okay, so Ramona talks about her vertigo, and basically, Bershawn was kind of saying, "Were you kind of using that to get up out of the Harlem dinner? Because it was the Harlem dinner from hell." I'm just saying, but I just want to know, homegirl, was you using that to get the hell up on out of there? And if so, why you ain't tell me so I can get up out of there too? Because she was boring the hell out of me, and I'm black. Okay, so I think that they kind of bonded on, Ebony being too much. But I think Bershawn is on that crossroads of, yeah, Ebony is doing too much, but I see what she's doing because as a Black woman, I can tell that you guys are just very unaware. Okay. And it seems like the women are very unaware and that they just are into doing their own thing. And yes, Ebony is trying to educate them. But honestly, in my opinion, I feel like as a Black woman, I get what she's trying to do. I really do. I feel like what Ebony is doing is she's trying to make them aware that their white privilege is sometimes clouding their vision on certain topics, certain things, maybe the way they move, all of that. Okay. However, you're on the Real Housewives of New York. You are in jeopardy of losing your apple, ma'am. if you continue in this path. Now, I know this is a check. This is an extra coin for some coinage for you. So you might want to get with the program of what the show is about, okay? I get it. It's very evident that you're Black. Um I love the fact that you stuck it to him, maybe in the first, second episode, but for this to be a continuous thing where you're constantly trying to give them a Black History Month episode, that's not really, and this is not me being aware. This is me trying read the room, ma'am. This show is, you're on national TV. And I get it. And some may say, you know what, she's on television. Why not? What better place, right? To make these women aware of their negligence of what's currently going on in the world, right? But I think the whole center of it is Ebony want to know who the hell Ramona voted for. And that's it, and that's all. She want to know who that woman is supporting, because at the end of the day, if you're supporting someone that has certain views, that makes me have a certain view of you, okay? But I love how Leah, which, you know what, I'm skipping ahead of myself. So we talked about Bershawn and Ramona at the lunch. We talked about Sonya and Ebony in Philly, which I thought, again, very, very cool moment. Love their relationship. I think that if they can get past all of the Black History talk and still have fun, I think that they're going to be a very well-developed relationship on the show. I love how everybody met up to go to Salem, and Leah got a tour bus. That is so cool. Like, I've never really seen firsthand the inside of a tour bus. You know how you kind of see it in passing when you watch Candy on Real Housewives of Atlanta. She was on a tour bus when at some point when she was with Escape and touring, and she had a tour bus, and you could kind of see how it looked, but we really got to see it this time. And the ladies were excited. They got on the tour bus. Everybody went to the hotel. Claire, the hotel manager, gave the history of the hotel. They stayed at the Hawthorne Hotel in Salem, Massachusetts. I'm going to make sure I don't go there because homegirl don't like to be scared. Listen, Ebony talking about being Black. I'm Black. I don't like to be scared. I'm sorry. Maybe that's not a Black thing. Maybe that's just a Shay Renee thing. But I don't want to be scared out of my damn mind on purpose. Okay? I'm just saying. But they seem to be having a great time. Ladies get dressed for dinner, and they're going to some sort of tattoo parlor. Nobody has tattoos but Leah. So, you know, Leah kind of put this trip together for herself and hoping everybody just somehow decides to have fun with her. So I hope her plan works. But so far, everyone's having a good time. Everybody has on latex. All the ladies have on latex outfits. They all looking, you know, I feel like they all look good in their little outfits. I think Ebony really put everybody to shame with her little one piece. She looked really, really good. So they all get on the Sprinter. They go to the restaurant, and Leah says, basically, you know, they're all sitting down and they're talking about, well, Sonya starts the conversation because everybody is asking, how did Philly go? So basically everyone wants to know, how did the matchmaking go? So Sonya starts to get into it, but she says, you know, and I do want to let you guys know Ebony was fun, you know, I guess trying to like put it out there to say, hey, she does have some fun qualities. She isn't always being preachy like you guys think. And I also think it was to help stir the pot to get the conversation going. So everybody feels the need to defend themselves, i.e., Luann. She's, you know, because Ebony starts to go into saying, you know, I want to make sure I'm not around a bunch of white supremacists, which I feel like, okay, Ebony, pump your brakes. You wrong road, as Portia said. Okay, you taking the wrong approach, buddy. You taking the wrong approach, sis. Like, you are really ramming it. You sticking it to them. You are taking it and you are ramming it down their throats. And I get it. Negativity has been rammed down our throats for decades, for millenniums. Like, it's Black people have suffered since the beginning of time. I get it. But the Real Housewives of New York, I don't know if that's the platform, ma'am. I just don't know. I don't know if it is the platform to continuously do this every episode. You did the Harlem Nights. Pat on the back, loved it, was great. I do think that was a little dragged out. I'm not even gonna lie. Um, but I'm Black and I'm getting tired. I just want to be entertained at this point. Not to say that I want to escape reality. However, your approach is terrible. It is not good. I get it. Leah hit the nail on the head. She said, is it about Trump? And that's my thing. Don't dance around it. Just be like, listen, Ramona. And you seem to be a very, very, clear and concise person. So if this is what you wanted to know all along, all you had to say was, listen, Ramona, in order for me to feel comfortable being in relationship with you, I need to know, I don't need to know who you voted for, but if you were interested in Trump in any sort of way, which is it's kind of a double whammy for me, because at the end of the day, it's not really anybody's business who anybody voted for. However, Ramona was very vocal about her wanting her love of Trump. Okay. She was a very vocal supporter of Trump. So we know that you love Trump, Ramona. Okay. So let's be clear. The cat is out of the bag, had a snack, and went to the litter box. Okay. We already know. Okay. So I feel like what Ebony should have done, even throughout that awkward ass moment at Ramona's house, where Ramona wanted to leave her own damn house, the woman was feeling, oh, Lord, I felt bad for the damn lady. It was just like, Ebony really want to ram it down this lady's throat. I think Ramona is her target. She gotta be. I guess Ebony done seen her and she was like, you know what? I know her ass is racist. I'ma figure it the fuck out. That's what she running around. Like she done got everybody else woke and been able to move on. But I think that Ramona is just that thorn in people's side in some situations where you gotta stick it to her. And she's the type, she's like, oh no one's gonna make me do anything I don't want to do. And it's like they're just constantly having this power struggle, which getting to the point, I wish if Ebony had have just said, listen, Ramona, if you voted for Trump for financial reasons, listen, I understand. But if you voted for him because you believe in his values and his, racial insight, um, his thoughts on, the I don't want to say all the letters wrong, but the LGBTQIA community. If you agree with all of this stuff, mainly homegirl was talking about Black people, but if you agree with him on his, seemingly negative thoughts on these topics, I cannot be in relationship with you. But at the same token, homegirl, you on a whole TV show with this lady that you decided to be on. It really is interesting to me because I wonder how much different this would be if Bethany was here. I really do. I wonder how Bethany would be in reference to fielding or being in conversation with Ebony about these things. Granted, I feel like the conversation certainly needed to be had because you a whole Black woman in a cast of all white women. Like, it's very obvious that there's going to be some differences. And I do think that her providing them a source of education as privileged, because let's be clear, they are all very privileged white women, and they do, as Leah said, they live in their little bubbles. And of course, white women were the heaviest supporters of Trump. And historically, I'm gonna put my Ebony hat on real quick. Historically, white women have, been kept women by their husbands, so they took on their mindsets. Whatever they believed in, that's what they believed in. Okay. So that just carried on for generation after generation after generation. And it's just always been that way. So having the mindset of with Ebony coming into this group, knowing the past histories of why these women may be the way that they are, and trying to provide them some source of education given the current climate that we're in. I understand it, but I also feel like we've had enough. You proved your point. We see how Ramona is. Leah tried to tell you, listen, she don't even understand English. So why are you are beating a dead horse and all the hay is gone? Literally. That's what you're doing. Leah tried to tell her that. And it's like some people are just lost causes, sis. Like, and let's be clear. I don't think Ramona is a racist. I really don't. I think she's an idiot. I do wholeheartedly believe that. I believe Ramona wants to do what Ramona wants to do. And Ramona is going to do whatever it takes to do whatever the fuck she want to do. And right now, she don't want to talk about this no more. She done talked about it. She even did a little research for your little visit when you came over her house. So she's very interested in moving on. Okay. I think Ramona has also been the more tenured person on the show, right? I guess everybody's been her, Luann, and Sonia have been on the show together since it started. And I feel like Ramona, she wants to do her job. She knows what this show is all about. She knows what gets ratings. She knows what's going to keep them on TV, and she knows what's going to get her check. So she might want to communicate that to Miss Ebony if Miss Ebony want to get another season. I'm just saying. All right, so moving on to Below Deck Med episode 3. Oh, Lexi. Here we go. It's like, the black women on these episodes. we just causing a scene. It's a real scene out here, okay? But anyway, moving on. The episode starts with the couple that's supposed to get married. I don't have any notes on that right now, so forgive me. The couple that's supposed to get married, the co-primaries, they were arguing in episode 2 and ended saying that they weren't going to get married, but come to find out, they done chilled out. They came to breakfast. They're going to get married. They're going to go on with the ceremony. So Captain Sandy is practicing and rehearsing because this is her first time actually conducting a ceremony, and she wants to make sure she gets it right. So you could see her practicing throughout the episode and whatnot. So they, of course, are talking about dinner and things of that nature, how the bride is going to come out. Then they find out that the weather is going to be really bad, so they have to bring the wedding inside. So the chef and Lexi are now having some sort of power struggle, it seems. So Lexi is continuing, like she's like slightly bossy or something. I don't even know what homegirl's problem is, but it's like she's like sneak dissing. Like she's like coming around and like saying little stuff to the chef and like trying to boss him around a little bit, like basically trying to take control of his space. And it's like, all right, Lexi, we get it. You're here. You want to make a name for yourself. You want to be seen. Okay, we get it, girl. All right, enough already. So she comes, one specific scene, she goes into the galley. She's, the chef is sweeping. There seems to be some dirt under. First of all, he done ordered the cake for the wedding, child. Unfreaking believable. You a whole yacht chef and didn't make the cake. You ordered that sucker. So you know what? Why didn't they just order dinner the first night when they didn't have a chef? Duh. Captain Sandy could have did that. The chef done sat up there and ordered a whole damn cake, y'all. But they had a terrible first dinner on the first night. So anyway, moving on from that, the dirt is on the floor. So the chef is like, please don't step in the dirt. I don't want dirt all around here. I just swept that up. She's standing there, it's some extra lamb chops on the plate. She is scarfing them lamb chops down. And she talked about in the first episode how she wanted to befriend the chef. So if it's some extra food, she want to have it. So she's scarfing down the two little lamb chops. The chef is telling her, don't step in the stuff. She's like, focus on the lamb chops. Don't worry about that. You just focus on the lamb chops, like rushing him to give her the lamb chops. And he's like, don't talk to me like that, which I felt him because I felt that in my spirit. I felt like she was getting a little snappy. And I'm like, sis, you just scarf down the extra lamb chops. I hope don't nobody want no more because you done ate them. And the way those guests was acting, yeah. Because homegirl, the co-primary, she done sent her lamb chops back and she wanted some ratatouille pasta. She got the pasta and didn't even want the pasta. It's not about the pasta. It was for her because she ain't want that either. So anyway, she goes back in there and he's just like, don't ever tell me what to do. Like he's like, don't ever tell me what to do. And she's like, well, don't ever tell me to get out of here, because he told her to get out of the galley because she was, being bossy or whatever. And I'm just like, Lexi, you trying to find your place in the wrong way. You going down the wrong road too, because she having like a little power struggle with Katie, and poor little Katie, she ain't got no sleep. She doesn't get any rest. Okay. She even let the two stewardesses go on a break and didn't take a break, because that's how dedicated to getting shit done that homegirl is. But them two just taking advantage. Oh, you want to, we see you tired, but cool. You want to give us a break? Who am I to not take my break? Hell, go on, be tired, Katie. I'll take the break. So they both, getting breaks. Katie not getting a break. Then Lexi power struggling with Katie. It's just like, Lexi, girl, it's very tired. It's giving, I'm over you. Okay. You and your little bohemian title that you so-called don't want to tell nobody about, but you conveniently brought it up in your confessional. You, my friend, are an attention whore, and I can see how this is going to go throughout the season, because as the primary and all they had the wedding, everything was nice. The guests get off the boat. Their charter is over. Now everybody goes out for the first dinner, and it's Z's birthday. So they're all hanging out for dinner. Everything's cool. The chef ends up buying, the first couple of rounds for everybody because he feels bad about missing the first night because of his knee. So he's like, you know what, whatever, I'm going to take it on the chin. They were in here hustling and bustling, doing what they needed to do. I'm going to just go ahead, take this L, buy these drinks. But by the way, I don't want to hear about this shit no more after I buy all these drinks. I'm just saying. So moving on from that, Lexi proceeds to bring up the whole galley situation, which I thought they had squashed. And the chef was just like, I thought we talked about this. Like, we were over it. But now I see. So basically, he like, I see you. And she like, we see each other. Okay. Because he was like, if I didn't know, if you never met me or I never met you and we saw each other on the street, you wouldn't talk to me. And she was like, what? How do you know that? He was like, you wouldn't talk to me and I wouldn't talk to you. I was like, wow. So this is going to be interesting how these two interact with each other from here on out, because it seems like that's not their last little run-in. So I'm here for it. I want to see what the little power struggle is going to be. I see David still has his little crush on the bosun child. I forgot the damn girl's name, and she's like public enemy number daggone one on the show. But anyway, he has a crush on the bosun, and he's realizing this is probably not going to go anywhere. Malia, he's realizing this is probably not going to go anywhere because everybody's talking about how, whether they want to get married or not. Z says he wants to get married. Katie was like, she loves to plan weddings, but she never wanted to be married. David talked about being, how he wants to get married. Then Malia's like, I don't want it. I'm not doing that. I don't care about where, because I'm not doing it. And so he's like, oh, well, should I really have a crush on her if she doesn't even want to get married? Like, we don't even have the same values. And I'm like, sir, she don't even know that you like her. So you about to write something off that ain't even started because she don't even know. So I don't know, y'all. Below Deck about to be, I feel like it's about to get messy. I feel like Captain Sandy about to be all up in the mix because she can't do nothing without keeping her, like, she got to have her hands in every single thing that's going on. So we'll see. I hope that Homegirl don't start micromanaging the hell out of everybody. But I think that that's like her MO at this point. Who knows? But we shall see. So, Real Housewives in New York, Ebony, come on, girl, lighten the hell up, okay? I get it. I get it. They get it. I think they get it. It's. We all got it. It's done. Okay. Listen. I pray white people change. I pray that they get it. I pray that, all of this white supremacy and racism and stuff goes away. It's very evident every day. It really is. I live it. You live it, I'm sure. That's why you're talking about it. However, I do feel like your approach is real crazy. Like, I'm hoping that this changes around for you because I want to see you on next season. It ain't looking like you're gonna make it if you keep this up. I'm just saying. I want you to get that check, girl. Keep your check. It's gonna increase for the second season because I know you ain't getting them coins on the first season. Let's do what it takes to stay here, okay? Because you can't educate nobody on nothing if you getting the axe. Because right now, what I'm seeing on Twitter, the public ain't liking you, sis. You got to get your shit together. Below Deck, Captain Sandy and Malia still on that bullshit, I know. And Matt, the chef, and Lexi, I'm here for the showdown. I think it's going to be one hell of a season of them two going back and forth. And I feel like Katie going to have to get involved at some point. What y'all think? Let me know in the comments. I'm Shay Renee. Thank you guys for listening to this review. I will be back. I am going to be reviewing, of course, Housewives of Potomac. If you don't know, I am from the DMV area, stand up. So that's one show that is near and dear to my heart. And I'll be talking about Married to Medicine. And of course, reporting on Real Housewives of New York, Below Deck, and the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So see you guys. Stay tuned. And thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe, like button, and comment on this video as well. I'm a new up and coming YouTuber going live. This is like my third time going live. I have a bunch of videos on my page, but I'm really starting to be more diligent with my channel with these reviews. So appreciate the support. Thank you guys for watching.